Hey everybody, welcome to We Run on Reruns. I'm Amanda and I'm here with my brother Eric.
How you guys doing, everybody? I hope everyone's had a good week so far. I know I did. Amanda?
Yeah, It's been a good week.
Okay.
It's been a good week. Just to start things out, as a reminder, if you guys enjoy listening to our podcast, if you're familiar with it, or when you're done with this one, if you enjoy it, feel free to share it with someone. We really appreciate you helping us to spread the word as we're getting started here. Even telling just one friend would be so appreciated. So thank you so much in advance for that. And as a reminder of where we're at in the series, so we're talking about Friends today. Last week, we were on season 2, episodes 21 to 24, where Phoebe meets her brother. The gang throws 2 birthday parties for Rachel. Chandler has an online girlfriend who turns out to be Janice. And Monica parts ways with Richard after acknowledging that they are in different phases of life. And Eric, were there any points in those last 4 that that you wanted to bring up again or that resonated with you or
No, I think I'm good with that.
okay.
It's funny to me though, starting season 3, episode 1, and then seeing like Janice walk in as the girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm always like, whoa, wait, hold on. Did that happen?
Yeah.
Is that real? That wasn't
Yeah.
just some dream that I had. Like that's a real thing. And
Yeah.
I really like how they do it though. But before we get into all the details, I have to ask you, have you seen all of this information about the David Schwimmer, like, look-alike criminal?
No.
Okay.
What?
So in England, somewhere, this guy who, if you look at the videos and you go onto Instagram or wherever, I saw it on Instagram, I'm sure it's everywhere. But
yeah.
There's a guy that was basically just trying to walk out of a convenience store with like all these cans of, I don't even know what type of drink it is. It could have been water or energy drinks, whatever. But he's just trying to walk out, and the security camera looks at him, and it is exactly like David Schwimmer. So much that they actually had to, like, David Schwimmer himself provided an alibi for himself. They had to ask, where are you? He said he was in the United States, so it was all good. And then he posted his own meme video of himself like reenacting the crime, where he's just trying to hobble out on security camera. Awesome. Really funny. If you haven't seen it, go take a look. It's great.
God. That's awesome. I mean, it's like, who these days wouldn't imagine that they would be caught on security cameras if you're trying to steal stuff? Like really? Yeah. My God.
And in all honesty, to me, I know this doesn't connect at all. Like when we're going to talk about Friends versus How I Met Your Mother, but like the doppelganger episode and How I Met Your Mother,
thinking that
this is spot on. And like, if you're David Schwimmer, what else are you going to do? You got to like steer right into this and make it a whole thing. Right. It was really funny, and I'm surprised that he did it a little bit, but I'm really glad that he did.
I love that. It's funny. Yeah, comedian to the end, like, that's great. Yeah, love that.
Go check it out. Go find it. Hold on. Oh my God. So I'm gonna give some credit to the people.
Yeah,
because I had it on my Instagram here a second ago. Oh man, I don't even know this account, but it's called Brits and Giggles 1 with some underscores is where I found it. Super funny. Can't recommend them as a channel, but definitely worth going and finding that video for sure. Awesome.
Was that just getting like fed to our Instagram now that we're like trying to follow all like other Friends related stuff?
I saw it long before that, which is funny. I saw it like on Monday this week, and I'm like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to tell Amanda about this. See if she doesn't know, and then I'm bringing it up first thing.
I'm always so out of the loop on that stuff, but I love it. Thank you for sharing. I rely on you and Pedro and anyone else to send me memes. I probably don't see them on my own.
No, listen,
But I
that's what
love
us young people are here for.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, older brother.
Hey,
Gotta point
let's
that
not
out
worry
now.
about that. Let's
Yeah.
not. You know what? Let's just get right into the synopsis
All right,
of the
all right.
first episode instead of
All right.
talking about that.
So but I want to ask.
Oh,
So
yeah.
today we're covering season 3, episodes 1 through 4, which I'm very excited about. These 4 episodes are awesome. And did you have a favorite moment from these 4 episodes? Like, was there something that stood out to you? And I'm just gonna quiz you right off the bat. But
right out of the gate on all
yeah,
4
right
of
out of the
them?
gate. Like, if there was something that you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait to talk about that moment, or just
I have a
something
couple things. So
Yeah.
it's funny. I do have a couple things that I want to talk about that are not necessarily directly tied to they're tied to the show, but they're not
Mhm.
things that happened on screen. But I think, man,
It doesn't even have
the
to be your
whole
favorite.
episode where no one is ready, where Joey
Yeah.
comes out with all the clothes on, and he's just showing me my clothes. Like, it's so not the opposite, right? Like that is probably the thing that
It's so
gets me to laugh
classic.
every time. I know it's coming. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm gonna laugh every time.
Yeah.
That's the one that
You're
gets
just
me
showing
gets the biggest
me my
laugh.
clothes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you gonna
Yeah.
show me my clothes?
Oh
Hey,
my gosh.
opposite is opposite.
Yeah. So true.
But you know what?
Yeah.
That's not the first one. The first one's got some interesting pieces, though. The first one is season 3, episode 1, the one with the Princess Leia fantasy. And this is where Monica is dealing with the breakup from Richard very poorly, and Joey is trying to survive Chandler's new relationship with Janice. And it's Bat Day at Shea Stadium. Ross and Rachel are discussing sharing details of their relationship with friends, because Ross shares about his Princess Leia and the gold bikini fantasy with her, which then gets told. So,
And gets weird.
listen, I'm gonna jump to the elephant in the room here.
Yeah, yeah.
Joey's hair. What
Serious?
happened?
Oh
I'm not
my
the
god.
guy that's gonna like criticize hair here.
I know.
But the long bangs in the front.
It was greasy. I don't know. It was.
I'm not.
It was
lie.
like season 1 hair. It was season 1 Joey hair, right? Like we went back to that.
I was going through like 90s heartthrobs. Like I was like, okay, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, like Devin Sawa, like who else like pops up on these things? Like, who are the people that had this hair? And I couldn't find that hairstyle on any of them. Like,
Yeah.
I know the part down the middle was a big deal.
Oh, the mushroom
and I know
haircut.
that
Yeah.
because I totally had it. Not anymore, but I did
did?
then. Oh yeah.
How do
For
I not
sure.
remember you with the mushroom haircut?
Listen, we don't need to remember these things. We don't need to remember them.
I don't
It
know.
existed.
I don't.
I didn't grow it out nearly as
No,
long.
right,
So
that's no.
it didn't look as crazy,
Yeah.
but I definitely had the part down the middle.
Oh man.
That being said, the long bangs in the hair,
Oh.
like just almost curling in the front.
It was kind
I
of
was
an emo hairstyle before its time. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was literally distracted by it during the first. I was like, this has got to stop. When does this end?
I think they put an end to it pretty fast because like it really, I don't know why. It's so funny that stood out to you because I don't remember that standing out to me in prior watches, but I'm like, what is going on with Joey's hair?
And it's really just episode 1 of season 3.
Maybe that's what it
the
is.
First 2 scenes. Like it really dwindles through these next 4 episodes, but boy, that was rough to see.
And I gotta say, because of his terrible hair Ross's hair, which we'd made comments on before because it was like just this super gelled helmet, it's taken a massive improvement. So his hair,
well,
you'll have to pay attention if you didn't notice, but it's gotten much better and it's longer. I remember we kind of talked about did his hair change much.
I was going to say,
it's good.
You every now and then want to throw fact checks out there. So let's fact check that. Like I said, it just basically stays the same forever. And it clearly doesn't.
No.
And I immediately was thinking of like the Moist Maker episode where he has real long hair. And so there are all sorts of longer hair for Ross.
Yes.
But listen, the short, like gelled hair, I don't hate that so much. Like it's fine. It's not, it's very 90s.
It was of its time. Yes.
It was of its time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But okay. Aside from Joey's hair, one thing that I have to ask you is, do you, because a big theme on this episode, as you mentioned, is Chandler and Janice, right? Like they're back together.
Yes.
So do you buy Chandler like really falling for Janice sincerely? Like, do you think that he is really falling for her, or is there something else going on there?
Okay, that's a great question. I will stand on yes. Yes, I do. I do buy it because they sprinkled those seeds throughout. Janice even said to him point blank, like, you love me, Chandler Bing. You just don't know that you love me.
You don't know, you know.
Yeah, when he falls in love with Mystery Girl on the internet and it happens to be her, it's kind of like the blind taste testing.
I know.
Where you're all of a sudden like, oh, this person I actually do really care about deeply. I just couldn't get over what I saw in person. And I don't think he ever technically had any issues with her looks, just maybe the voice. And and it worked well. And I think they really executed this episode with him trying to be like a good boyfriend and Joey having a major problem with this really well. I liked it. Did you not buy this?
No, I kind of went back and forth on it because part of me is like, well, it's comfortable for him. Like he always kind of would fall back in with Janice when he was going through something. And it's almost like, you know, she was literally just getting out of her marriage. Like her divorce papers aren't even signed yet. So it almost feels like there's probably less pressure for him, right? Because it's like, she's still with this other guy. Like it's still fizzling out and it might still play into where he has really a lot of issues with fully committing. So it might just be more, I don't know, just easier for him. And it's like, you know, I feel like he is acknowledging that he's wanting more, but he's still afraid to be vulnerable. So I feel like like his feelings it seems like he does have true feelings for her, but it also is a good, like almost starter relationship for when he ends up then really, you know, developing more of that bond with Monica. But I almost feel like if him and Janice had gotten like their timing right, it actually, like you sort of see the good sides of her a lot more highlighted as the series goes on too, where she doesn't seem as much of a joke. Like I think initially they just all kind of laugh her off because she's so ridiculous, but she's also, you can see where she's kind of good for him in some ways too. So it's she's wacky,
she definitely has things about her that are like she's a nice person. She's a kind person. Yeah. She's like nasally.
Quite nasally.
but she has good rapport. And I feel like in these first couple episodes where she's hanging around, you see her actually interact with the other friends too.
Yeah.
Which is nice because none of them like shove her off other than Joey, who's not a big fan.
Yeah.
But we do get in this episode Joey and Janice's day of fun,
gosh.
which is such a great thing. And it's awesome because Joey's like, are you sure we need a whole day? And Janice is like, yes.
That's how long
that's how long it takes to love me.
I can tell. Yeah.
I'm in the next room. Really, really good. Really good execution. And I love that they come back. And I love that Janice is talking about how successful this day of fun was.
Oh.
And Chandler is reading Joey like a book right out of the gate. And he knows, didn't work.
But he tried.
And it was very, like, you get this moment from Joey where he's talking about, well, it's great because now I know that I can hang out with you in the same room as her and not want to kill myself. And it is a very admirable step for Joey. It's not great, but it's not bad either.
There is a line that, I don't know, it always just sticks out to me. But when Chandler he has Janice over at the beginning of the episode, and Joey's like, come on, like, you know, you're not serious about this, right? Like, when are you breaking up with her? Quit yanking me. And Chandler just looks at him and he goes, I'm not yanking you. I don't know what it is about that line. It's normally people would say, quit yanking my chain or like something. And it's like he didn't quite get it.
I feel like, to me, that must be like a regional thing. I don't know if it's a Matt LeBlanc thing or a Joey thing where like that was the phrasing that he used. But I almost wonder
if that was an ad, like that wasn't even.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it wasn't even scripted. Like it just felt very genuinely he messed that up. Yeah.
Like he didn't drop the full line and then Chandler just scooped it up and ran with it. Like, that's good. I do have to, I want to go back. Let's go back in time here to the beginning of this episode, and talk about the Monica and Richard of it all. And I will say, since we're talking about lines, when Phoebe talks about the love song, Hold Me Close, Young Tony Danza, I quote that.
Yes.
I can't even tell you how many times.
Yeah.
Like Tina and I throw that one around in the house on the regular.
Yeah.
But Monica is pitched as this woman in distress who's been crying for days, who is just a shell of herself. And she comes out into the kitchen wearing a bathrobe. Good. But like, full makeup, looks fantastic. Doesn't look like she's cried a beat.
Right.
And I will say that through even these episodes, or even this single episode, they do a better job of making her look like she's a little bit more distraught.
Yeah.
But I think fast forward all the way to the episode where she's sick.
Right.
And
with Chandler.
She can't say fine. Like it's always got to end with the D type thing. Find. Yeah. They make her look sick.
Yes.
But this looks like she could walk down the red carpet.
Maybe just in case Richard walked in at any moment. She's like, just,
maybe.
all red. No. Yeah, I agree. It's, I think it was a slight oversight there. They overlooked that detail rather. Yeah.
Just seemed odd to me. And I'll be honest with you, these are the things I'm noticing on the 500th rewatch of this episode. I don't think I could have told you that early on.
No.
I don't think I even noticed it
same.
early on. But now that I'm looking a little bit more carefully at these things, it stood out.
Yeah. And I mean, and also with that scene, I can honestly say I've never looked longingly at anyone's drain hair. I don't know about you, but
good Lord,
oh my God. Like, come on, Monica.
No, drain
get it
hair
together.
is literally one of the worst things ever.
Gross. It's so gross.
It is.
She's
so
holding
gross.
it. And she's like OCD.
And drops it into cereal.
Oh, yeah.
Like Ross, oh man, I would have thrown that cereal on
The
Monica.
bowl.
Like,
oh no, I would have
ugh,
oh god.
just throw the bowl
Yeah,
out.
just throw it.
Just throw
This
it
is
out.
garbage now. Yeah. I think another thing that well, actually, no. I'll let you go because the next point that I had or the question was a little bit further on in the episode. So I don't know if you had anything that you wanted to touch on.
Well, I only have one more thing I wanted to bring up, but it is literally the end of the
Oh,
episode. So
okay.
if I'm okay with that if that's where you want to jump to.
So one thing that struck me is that there's all of this there's this theme, I would say, in the next few episodes, and a big part of this one where it was like friends talking really with each other about all the details
yes.
of what's going on with each other, right?
Yes.
But there was also kind of this, I feel like this guy code and this girl code, right? Where it's like they would talk amongst each other. But then there's the scene where, to me, it seemed really messed up that Chandler had told Janice what Joey said about wanting to tear his own arm off and beat her with it. Like, he told her that detail, and I'm like, that's kind of messed up. Like, if I was Joey, I'd be like, really, dude? Like, you told her that? Like, that was it. Like, you know what I mean? I felt like that was kind of
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even pick up on that. You're right though, like because you don't see Chandler. You don't see Chandler telling Janice about that. You hear Janice telling Joey that Chandler said this about her, about him. Anyway, okay. So that goes to, I think, just Chandler being a rookie.
Yeah.
Here, right? This is clearly his first meaningful relationship. And he has that whole discussion with Ross and Rachel about, like, so you guys just know these things? And they're like, well, you get enough fights and you got to start picking stuff up. The whole idea of...
that's in the next one, I think. Right. Yeah.
Oh, is that the next episode?
Yes, because it kind of...
No, the next episode is the one where no one's ready.
Maybe it's the one after that then. It comes into play more later when they're talking about their... Yeah,
okay, well...
Yeah.
We'll
the hug and
roll
later
then.
Yeah.
But yeah. But the idea that Chandler is a straight up rookie here, doesn't really know the codes. And you get this moment too where they understand guy code and girl code. And I will speak on behalf of guy code, at least to the knowledge that I have on it from my existence as a human being. And the way that Ross lays it out is spot on. Where it's like, there's no details discussed. You know? You did this. She's hot.
Yeah.
Like, these are things. Like,
we kissed.
You
Was
got
their tongue?
some, yeah. Like, there's no, like, you remember the episode where the girls are all sitting around you had such a big issue with Monica's reaction to Ross and Rachel's first kiss.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh my God, tell me all the juicy details. Right? Yeah, okay, fair enough. But then they flip to the guys and they're like, and then I kissed her. Tongue? Yep. Cool. Yeah. Done. Like, that's it. That is all of the conversation. There's no details there. The question, like the idea that someone even asked tongue, like that wouldn't really happen. I don't think. Like they wouldn't even go that far. But it added to the humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the length that women will talk about this, I can't speak to because I'm not one. But I gather that it is a little bit more detailed what the guys will do.
I guess maybe at a younger age and depending on the situation, but honestly, it was never how he was even portrayed here, at least for me. In my own experience, I'm sure other women have had different experiences with that, but yeah, I would say maybe I'm just like more of a private person, but that's just.
There you go.
But that's, I just found that stood out to me as being like, come on, Chandler, like really, you're gonna throw that.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw Joey under the bus like that.
It's a rough line for him to be sharing.
But I think he's just wanting to get on, Janice's good stuff. But that also wasn't gonna come off really, good for him either, because that's just gonna make things more awkward. But I think maybe to your point, it's just his inexperience, and it is what it is. So yeah.
The only other thing I wanted to bring up here is like Jack Geller. I wrote in my notes Jack Geller's shining moment where he comes in at the end and basically saves Monica.
Yeah.
And this is like just such a perfect like father-daughter moment where daughter is clearly upset. Nothing is going right. And, no one can help her. Phoebe can't help her. None of the other friends are able to help her. And in walks Dad. And Dad sits down and talks about how Richard's a mess.
That's what she needed to hear.
And then it's also the comfort of him being there. She then like knocks out immediately. And of course, it's great. He picks up the cigar and starts watching the Civil War movie, which is awesome. But like for me in my personal life, I can personally say I always found it a little bit frustrating. But like Tina, my wife, Tina, she hates driving in the front seat. She'll drive, but if I'm driving, she gets car sick. But when her dad was driving, she never got car sick sitting in the front seat. And so that's one of those things.
And I didn't know that. That's really sweet.
Yeah, that's just one of those things that I think of when I hear, when I see this, when I see Monica and her dad and the reaction there. It's just very, very touching. And I am certain that there are plenty of dads out there that have that effect on their daughters without even knowing it.
Oh, for sure. Oh, that's, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to look at Season 3, Episode 2, the one where no one is ready. Synopsis, real simple. Ross has got a function that he has to speak at the museum, and he's trying to motivate everyone to get going. Monica is still stuck on Richard, while Rachel is trying on every outfit that she can find, and Joey and Chandler, well, they pretty much just convert into 10-year-old boys for control of a chair. Now, before we dive into this, fun fact. I'm bringing the fun fact on this one, and maybe you already know this.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that this is where Joey actually injures his shoulder?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had to add the scene with him jumping on the bed.
So they filmed this episode in 2 parts. And they said, I was actually watching this recently where one of the writers was talking about how this was actually very unfortunate because it was in the apartment. Literally all 6 of them are in the scene. So they couldn't like do it on another day when they only had a couple of them. They had to scrap the whole thing, wait until his shoulder healed, come back, shoot the rest of the episode, and then like align it then. But basically in the scene where Joey is standing up like in front of Rachel's bedroom door and Chandler walks in the door dressed. Joey makes a beeline for the chair, launches into the chair, jumps in, and retakes control of the chair. But he did it in a way that he like jumped and hurt his shoulder.
He dislocated it.
Dislocated it. And they had to then scrap it at that moment. And redo it later. But then they also had to write in him getting a dislocated shoulder at the very beginning of the next episode.
He sacrificed his body for the comedic moment. It was great.
He really did.
Yeah.
And if you watch it now, knowing that that's what happened, you'll notice that he jumps in butt first. He's not going shoulder first. Into the chair.
Oh my goodness. There's some great like Joey dives where he like scrambles, and same with Chandler too. It's kind of amazing that they didn't get injured more often. But
it's one of those things where I think all 6 of them have more physical comedic moments than you think. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just running around and doing different things, like Chandler was last week, trying to run to the bedroom, to the bathroom, to the wherever. It brings humor just in watching them execute the thing, not even having to say anything, just
Absolutely.
what their movements are.
Yeah,
and all 6 of them did it.
I think I remember pointing out, like, in that first few, like, the first episode even, like, Ross had gotten injured, like, 3 times, like, right away. Like, I feel like they kind of toned down the Ross injuries, but they, like, front-loaded that with a lot of Ross getting hurt.
He got, like, legit injured a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember them saying in the very first episode, they were so impressed by Ross, like, opening the umbrella to go, like, shake Rachel's hand quickly.
Yes.
Or, like,
Oh my
go give her a
God.
hug. Like, he goes to, like, say hi.
And he just
and he,
pops
like,
open the
clicks the umbrella open. And they're like, they were so happy with how, like, few takes and how quick the timing was. They're like, we're going to have to do more of this stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like, we're going to have to write this stuff in because these guys can do it, or at least he could. And so I think as it goes, and I will say, I'm glad we're in season 3 now.
Yeah.
Because we no longer are really trying to develop who these people
Right.
are.
Exactly.
But now it's where are they going?
Yes.
Because we now know them for real.
Yeah. And I've got to say, with that in mind, out of all the friends, Phoebe is the only one who really has it together for Ross consistently in this episode. The rest of them are goofing around, and Ross is running around all stressed out. Like, I feel bad for Ross here. God, no, I feel like, oh my goodness, Ross,
I really do too.
he's just trying to get out the door. He's like, everyone is not even getting ready. He's like, we have less than 10 minutes to go at one point, and people aren't even dressed. Oh my God, I would be flipping out. I would just feel like, are you guys kidding me right now? I will meet you there. Like,
as someone in my 40s, if this was me, I would have just left them all long ago. Been like, hey, listen, I have to be there.
Yeah.
See ya. Yeah. Like, hope you can make it. I'm out.
Right.
Because it is the most infuriating episode if you think about it from Ross's perspective.
Yes. Yes.
And like, yeah, you're right. Phoebe's the only one who has it out. She has it together. She's ready to go. I mean, I know she gets the hummus.
Well, and then the guys do that to her in their chaos. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, Phoebe comes in, she is ready to go. She has a perfect outfit on, and they end up throwing hummus at her. And it's like, and then she has to put on the ridiculous bow, and then we're kind of
for all the growth we just talked about with Chandler.
Oh my!
He lost it all back in this like temporary like loss of brain cells between Chandler and Joey. Don't get me wrong, super
hilarious. Fun. That's right. Definitely. Listen, it's all right, guys.
Like,
yeah.
when Chandler comes back in, and Joey is like, okay, and then just picks up the couch cushions and leaves. He's like, hey, you're taking the essence of the chair. And Joey's like, that's right. I'm taking the essence.
That's right.
Because he doesn't know that Chandler's already hit all his underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the two of them going back and forth with little like jokes and jabs this whole time, super funny, would drive me insane if I was Ross.
Mm-hmm. It starts at 8. We can't be late. And we would not want to wait, Phoebe.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you this. Now that we've established that this is a little crazy and it's unfortunate for Ross yelling at Rachel. Justified?
Honestly, I don't think that he was nasty. I think he was really firm and frustrated, and he kind of talked to her a bit more like a parent, I would say. So it was kind of like, all right, but listen, she wasn't doing anything. Like, he's trying to tell her that, hey, okay, great. Like, he was really trying with all, I think, of his willpower to just maintain his cool. And he did that for really the entire episode up until that point. And even then, to me, he was like, listen, just put on whatever. It doesn't matter. We need to go. And he wasn't screaming or calling names or anything mean. I think he was just like, listen, this is what I need from you. You've got to do it. We've got to get out the door. And yeah, so maybe it seemed a bit parental, but I think that was almost warranted in that moment. And I was okay with it. I think that Yeah. I think maybe at other points watching this, I was like, what the heck, Ross? Like, way to be, a little, but no, now at this point, maybe it's me. I've changed, but I fully support this, Ross. It was justified.
I understand Rachel's
Yeah.
perspective, right? Because it's even less about being chastised like a child, but also having that happen in front of her friends
Yes.
is a bad look, right? It's not good. And if you're the boyfriend, that ain't the way, right? Like this is not going to win. You're not going to get the result you want this way. I don't think he went too far over the line, but he's also incredibly frustrated, and all of his best friends are not helping him out at all. So I get it. And now I'm older now, and I'm sure if I was in my 20s, I would say, what, this guy's just running off? Like, what is he doing? Like, she'll be fine. She can get ready. Yeah, now that I'm older, I look back and I go, nah, he's fine.
Right, exactly. I'm like, I get it, Ross. Yeah, exactly. Like, someone's got to whip these people into shape. What the heck? But
like, he's already been trying to get them in shape for about 10 minutes of this episode, and no one has done anything except for Chandler, who has now gone and gotten dressed only so he can get the rights to the chick.
Exactly. And you know what? I gotta say, and that even makes it, listen, at the end of the episode with the drinking of the fat, he was about to drink the fat. I feel like that is also extremely redeeming. Like, listen, as harsh as he was, like, Ross would do anything for Rachel. And I love how, even though to me, it's like, he didn't really even need to be going that far, but he was willing to do it. And I think it was even, what I liked about him in that moment is, even though he really didn't have to do it, he would be willing to do that for her, to just show it's like, listen, like, let's just smooth things over. Like, this isn't worth being in a fight about. Like, it was most important for him that she was just there, right? Like, he just really wanted her to be there. And yeah, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll drink the fat, and I always love that about Ross. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a vanilla milkshake with chicken pieces.
Oh my God, you're gonna do it. Yeah.
My favorite part of that whole thing is Joey going,
yay! Me too.
Oh, like, super quiet, yay.
Yeah. So my also just like random, my most memorable line that had nothing to do with the content of this episode is Chandler just sitting there going, Donald Duck never wore pants, but when he's getting out of the shower, he put a towel around his waist. What is that about? And I'm like, you know what, Chandler? Deep thoughts with Chandler. That's a great question.
Oh, yeah. This is one of those debates that has gone on for years with some of the Disney characters. Like, Pluto's a dog. He doesn't wear any clothes at all. Goofy's a dog, fully dressed. What's up with that? Like, no reason. I think if Donald Duck was not wearing clothes and just walking around, it would be weird. So you gotta throw a towel on.
Gotta throw a towel on just to show he was in the shower, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Also in this episode, Monica is losing her mind.
Yes.
Right? Like, she's way off the deep end. So much so that Chandler says to her, and I have to think of this because we're doing these Stranger Things podcasts as well. Yeah. And he says, Monica, I think you've gone over to the bad place, which is literally what 11 says in the last episode we watched. Gosh. Like, when they ask her where she's from, and she's like, bad place. And all I could think of was, oh, well, that's where Monica's at right now. She's hanging out in the Upside Down.
Oh, my gosh. And then I love Phoebe right after that. She must have that caller ID thing. You should get that.
You should get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The idea, I mean, this is a whole story that does not exist anymore.
No.
The idea that there's an answering machine, that you have the code to the answering machine, so you can buzz into it from another location, hear the messages on it. Some of them are old, some of them are new based on the beeps. You can change it. Then she changes the outgoing message.
Oh my
it's just
God.
straight chaos that kids today will never understand.
They will never understand.
No, they won't. But it is what it is.
I have to say, I love all different parts of this episode. The clothes and the fat drinking and the bickering, but the Monica voicemail sequence is so well done. Like, it's so incredibly cringy. And what bothers me most about that is she actually, like, so at the end of that, right? She, after leaving the outgoing message and realizing, like, she's trying to leave another message for Richard, and it ends up being locked in as Richard's outgoing voicemail message about her maybe being on her period and she's having a hard time. Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, and Monica is so neurotic too, that, like, I would have said, Ross, good luck at your event. I gotta stay home and fix this. Like, there is no way that, no one's dragging me out of this house until I am making every attempt to rectify this voicemail situation. There's no way. That stood out to me. I think about that every time, where they kind of are like, all right, Monica, we gotta go. And she's like, okay, I guess, do you think I could call? Like, I forget, like, does she say that she wants to try to call the phone company? Yeah.
She wants to try to get the phone company. She's like, maybe they can change the number to his mailbox. And Phoebe's like, yeah, I think he's gonna do that all by himself. And like, I actually think that line from Phoebe really puts a bow on the whole thing.
Yes.
And does a really good job of tying it off. Because the only difference is, at one point when she's communicating with the answering machine, it says, like, it gives like the AOL, like, goodbye. And it makes it appear as though this can no longer be tapped into. But you have the code.
Like, it's over.
Get back in. Like, if I'm Monica, I'm going back in and redoing the outgoing message and just leaving it blank.
Right?
Like, just leave it blank.
I'm saying.
Just don't do it. Just hang up the phone.
She still has the code.
And then your outgoing message has just been deleted. But when the message goes goodbye, it kind of gives that illusion.
Maybe
we're now no longer able to get in.
Oh, I just felt the pain in that moment. It was so good. And Monica, oh my goodness, she's so good. Courtney Cox in that portion of the episode where she's like screaming about like older new like when she hears the message from who ends up, I guess, being Michelle, Richard's daughter. She's so good. That sequence is great.
Now she sounds breezy.
Oh yeah. You say breezy, that negates the breezy. I love when Joey comes out with like the voice. He's the voice of reason in those moments too.
When Joey's the voice of reason. Yeah. Too many things have gone wrong.
You can't say you're breezy. That negates the breezy. So
now we're going to jump into season 3, episode 3, the one with the jam. Monica is launching into her jam plan to get over Richard, and this converts into a baby plan, while Phoebe attracts... Oh, I wrote Monica, but it's not Monica. It's Ursula's stalker.
Yes.
David Arquette. Ross tries to teach Chandler the hug and roll, but Janice gets hurt in the process. And I think, and I wrote this right after that, I must have had Monica on my mind while I was typing this, because this is the episode in which Courtney Cox and David Arquette meet as like real people. So, and then they end up getting married after this. But I think, from what I understand, this is the place that they met for the first time. Now,
nice.
They definitely did the Scream movies together, and I think, I don't want to say anything else because I'm probably wrong, but definitely the Scream movies.
Yeah, nice. Well, oh my goodness. I have to say, what stuck out to me initially with this, with Monica making the jam and Joey eating the jam, I feel like Joey is like the big kid that Monica needs in these scenes.
Yeah.
Like him just like dipping his
Listen.
he immediately goes to taste the jam and then he spits into the jam. It's like, oh, I guess this is yours now. Like,
When he's sitting at Central Park and says, "Do you
oh,
remember when you were a kid and your mom would just drop you off at the movies with a jam jar and a little spoon?"
oh, you're
Rachel
pretty.
says, "You're so pretty."
I know. Oh my
Like,
God. Yeah.
who's relating to just
No one.
powering through jam?
No,
Nobody.
no one
What are
did
you
that.
doing, Joey? Come on.
Oh my goodness. Must be a Tribbiani thing.
Must be.
Yeah.
Must be.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool like anecdote. And the funny thing is it doesn't last long. It's only a couple scenes that the jam plan is in play because then Monica's switching over to babies.
Yeah.
Which feels very reactionary.
She's
like,
going through it.
It's the rebound, right? This is the rebound. It's not a rebound relationship. It's just straight up rebound to baby. And
she's trying to fix something that doesn't, feel good. She's trying to figure out, how I'm gonna feel better is by making some type of plan. I think that's just Monica. She has to organize her mind in that way. It's like, hey, this is my next objective, right? I have to have a goal, and this is the goal. This is the plan. And jam plan didn't work out, so she's onto the baby plan. It's like, wow, yeah, that is quite the leap.
It's big. It is a big leap. It's one thing, like the jam plan is like picking up a hobby. The baby plan is like, I don't need a guy. I want to be a parent. So this is what I'm going to do. That's a dangerous game you're playing there.
Yeah. When Ross says, you can't do this, I'm going to tell mom.
He's like, what's that guy's name again? What's that guy's name? Oh, Dad?
Dad.
You need him. Now listen, I'm certain there are plenty of people out there that have successfully done this.
Oh yeah.
But I totally would hope that people are in the right state of mind when doing it. And Monica ain't in the right state of mind right now. And that's the
100%. Oh yeah. It's definitely completely viable, and I fully support like anyone who wants to go down this route. It is just, you gotta, put more time and thought into it. And that's where like there's that really touching moment at the very end of the episode between Joey and Monica, where it's like he's able to be, again, bringing up Joey being the voice of reason, but I think he allows her to get there on her own. It really is interesting. I think he even maybe unintentionally, it's like, hey, Monica, this is what I always saw for you. I always saw this other type of future, but that's cool. Like, your way sounds great too. But it's like, it really just, I think, got her thinking about things in a more, putting her own goals back on into perspective, where it's like, oh, you know what? I actually did want all of those other pieces of the family as well. And it might be, a little bit harder to achieve if I just go jumping right to the finish line,
Right.
So that was a nice
I feel
moment.
like Joey talking to Monica, talking her down from this like plan is very similar to the conversation that Chandler and Rachel have about divorce in the hallway. It's not the same, but the idea that they're showcasing not typical friend to be giving the advice and being the voice of reason and helping them get through a moment that's very difficult is very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just one of those little things where you kind of see that pair. You don't see that Joey Monica pairing as often as you'd think. And when Joey comes in and he's that guy and he gets to be like the real sweet character to kind of open her eyes a little bit to what could be out there. It's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What what are your thoughts on the stalker storyline? You know,
Okay. I love David Arquette. I think he's very funny.
Yeah.
I hate this storyline. I really do. I just think, what are we doing here? Like, this makes no sense to me at all. The idea that Phoebe is now like attracted to her sister's stalker, and it's like, no, like he's gonna listen to me. He gave me his night vision goggles. Like,
Oh,
what? Come on, Phoebe, you're from the streets. You know
oh,
this.
I
Saying it.
know.
What are we doing? This just, listen, I hate to be that guy with Phoebe week in and week out, but you know what this storyline does? Lifts right out in this episode. I'd have much rather seen more Monica scenes, making jam, doing something, or seeing her down at the docks, dragging like Rachel down there, or had more moments with Chandler, because we get the hug and roll in this. The Ursula story, I don't care about it at all. I just don't.
Yeah.
You?
I just no, I know it is super random. I think I love Chandler's line, "Not feeling better about Malcolm."
Nope. Sure not.
And they're just trying to like interject all these yeah, it's look, he gave me night vision goggles and everything. Phoebes, wake up and smell the restraining order.
Yeah.
It's just it's I feel like this is why we have Phoebe's character. You know, we have the others to keep us more grounded, but she really, observes the world from a very unique vantage point due to her bizarre life experiences and honestly probably kind of her DNA when you look at like the other relatives that they bring into the show. And I feel like Joey kind of plays like a similar role where he's like,
He does.
he's open-minded on a good day, naive if we're being realistic, and like just kind of idiotic if we're discussing anything but a sitcom here. Like that's kind of right. Like that's part of it. But
every now and then he brings like this sweet, heartfelt moment,
yes,
like in this episode.
yes.
But
yeah. But yeah, it's just it is bizarre. It's but that's just, I think obviously only Phoebe could pull off the storyline. I think there are parts of it where it's like she's trying to see the good in this guy. I think part of her is, always does try to see the good, but no, this is taking it too far. Like again, like Chandler said, not feeling better about Malcolm. Like
no, I might be learning that I really dislike any of the storylines involving the guest stars.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be the thing. And this is the second one where Phoebe has had because the last one was the Charlie Sheen one that we were pretty harsh on.
Yeah.
And those two episodes are Phoebe and guest star for the most part.
Yeah.
Like there's no other association there. I think maybe if they like intertwined it a little bit better, but because they don't, it just feels very isolated, and it doesn't connect to anything long term.
And maybe that's because and then maybe like that just kind of plays into Phoebe's character too, right? It's like she's able to have like Steve Zahn was the ice skater husband, and then we had Charlie Sheen as the guy who was kind of, coming, visiting in and out. He was in the Navy, and then we have, this guy who's just like, pops in and is not meant to stay. I think that's like they use her character as kind of interjecting these subplots that otherwise wouldn't work for anyone else.
I feel like they're just like, hey, we don't have anything for Phoebe in this episode. Let's make something up.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
but you can
some
only
of them
have
are that, and they're all involving guest stars, which also does it does change how you have to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I wish they did a better job. Even like when Steve Zahn came in, at least they gave like the allure of Monica knew this guy.
Yeah.
And when it was Charlie Sheen, like Ross and Rachel got involved a little bit with that. This one, I mean, I don't think David Arquette had any screen time with anybody that wasn't Lisa Kudrow.
No, that wouldn't have made sense either, because they all would have been like, yeah, dude, you need to go.
They would have been like, no, this guy can go now.
Yeah.
Now that being said, we do have to talk about what I tried to talk about 2 episodes ago, which is the scene where Chandler is coming in getting the advice. And
I love that part.
Ross is like, do I look fat? No.
Yeah.
Does she look prettier than me? No.
The reflex. Yeah.
Yeah, like the reflex answers.
Yes.
And you just have to know them. And they kind of explain that whole thing. He's like, oh, you guys just know this? And it's like, come on, Chandler. You're in your mid-20s at this point. You haven't figured this out yet. But that kind of gives the whole picture with Janice a little bit more life. Like, this is his first real shot at a relationship. And he doesn't want to mess it up. And he's doing the best he can to hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
But he also doesn't understand, because he's like, I don't get it. Janice asked me if she looked fat, so I looked at her. Ross is like, whoa, you looked at her? Oh. You never look. You never look.
Yes. It's like a reflex. Do I look fat? No.
Nope. Yeah, it's really just like a small scene there with the 3 of them.
Yeah.
That I think goes to show a lot of what Chandler wants to be able to achieve, and also is trying to achieve, but doesn't know how to get there. And, I feel like these things just get picked up, but it implies, I guess this is what I'm saying. It implies that this is like Chandler's first real relationship.
Mm.
Like the rest of them may have had high school relationships or may have had college relationships, but this sounds like it is Chandler's first real relationship.
Yeah, I mean, and as we see when there's more flashbacks of like Chandler and Ross in college, they weren't dating. I mean, there was a sequence where
there are mentions that Chandler may have dated some girl a couple times or whatever.
Yeah, who then is there's a cameo from
Grey's Anatomy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I was like, I didn't notice, because I didn't watch Grey's until years later, but I'm like, oh my God. That's now I'm totally spacing on that actress's name, but
I believe it's Ellen Pompeo.
Thank you. Yes, that's.
I don't know if I said that right. I hope I.
No,
did.
I think it is. Yeah, that sounds right to me anyway. But yeah, it's she's the one that they both had like a pact where they wouldn't make out with her, only to find out that like Chandler had been making out with her. But I don't think there was much beyond that. Like, let's.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to like, I feel like this is an actual relationship, and it might be the first one that he's really, really had where there's the ability to get in an argument and still stay together, as we will see.
So, and speaking of relationships, and things that get in the way of them, have you noticed that the Xerox girl is mentioned at least twice by the guys so far?
Twice.
Yes.
At least twice.
Yes.
Xerox girl? Or a handful of jam.
Put your hands
Put those
together.
Hands together.
Yeah, and then in episode 1 of the season, when she like pops into Chandler's head when he's with the woman before he he confesses the mom
like when he's
scenario
talking about different people he's thinking about, he name checks the Xerox girl. Yep.
I was like, oh man.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Yeah.
Season 3, episode 4 is our next episode, and it is the one with the metaphorical tunnel. And this one, Joey misses out on an audition because Phoebe forgets to give him a message, so she pretends to be an agent to help him get some auditions. Chandler decides to go through the metaphorical tunnel to be the most committed guy and gifts Janice a drawer. And then she freaks out, and he freaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Ross is trying to convince Ben to play with a G.I. Joe and give up the Barbie.
I love kind of going into the Janice and Chandler of this episode. You know, when Janice calls Chandler, and he explains his feelings. This is later on after there's a bunch of great stuff that happens, but toward the end when he explains his feelings and she comes around, and the girls are like, what? Like, if that was a guy, like, this never would have happened. You know what I mean? Like, she's actually calling you right now. And it, for some reason, not to keep going back on, you know, How I Met Your Mother, but that scene really reminded me of when Barney called Nora with Robin's assistance, right? And she was kind of talking him through like what to say. And there were obviously different circumstances there, but Nora ends up like coming around and just being like, oh, you know what? I'll give you another chance. And I'm like, yeah, that is so much more likely, you know, in that role. Like, I feel like with the guy, like, even though he had kind of put her through all this stuff, she's just like, oh yeah, like, let's, you know what, that sounds like a good idea. Like, let's give this another shot. And I'm like, yeah, man, like that the roles reversed there would not be as common. And I love that theme in the show. And I just, for some reason, that scene popped into my mind.
I want to be clear. You're talking about it's more common that it happens the way it did in How I Met Your Mother, where the guy is calling.
Well, no, so both.
And the girl is accepting
it. So both of them are where, so in How I Met Your Mother, sure, Barney was the one calling Nora, but in both of those sequences, it was the woman who had, you know, really broken things off, but then came around again.
Yes. Yeah, because Janice calls Chandler.
Yes.
But Chandler's then the one who basically is begging for forgiveness. Yeah. And Barney does a similar thing. But I do really like that right before that, Chandler has to ask, like, is it time for the good ice cream now?
Oh, I know.
Is the terminal? Is it over?
And they gave him the good ice cream.
And Rachel and Monica are
just
like,
to waste it.
They're like, yeah. And they get out the good ice cream, and then the phone rings, and they're like, this is unprecedented.
Mm-hmm.
If we had done to a guy what you just did, he'd never be called back.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. But one of my favorite lines of this entire series is when, like, you know, well, there's just so many good lines between Chandler and Janice. You know, I never know what to say when a man gives me contact paper. I gotta buy a vowel because, oh my God. Like, from Janice, I just love her so much.
See,
we should take a trip with your parents. I don't think we need to take a trip because you're tripping me out right now.
If I am picking a line, it's actually not from that. It is from Chandler talking to Rachel, where he says, "So I'm not gonna lose her."
Oh.
And Rachel responds, "Oh, honey, you're not a total loser."
I said
I'm not going to lose her. Oh, whoops, my bad.
Yes, I've scared you. I've said too much. I'm hopeless and awkward and desperate for love.
Oh, that's such a good one too. Yeah. I mean, this whole sequence with Chandler trying to keep this relationship together, it's really good. I have one more thing I want to ask you about, but it's the very end. Do you have anything else about this episode before I jump there?
So honestly, I just have to. The only other thing that I really had written down was Janice's line that I just have to repeat because I just find it so hilarious when they're in the grocery store at the end. Oh. So he shows up because the girls are like, well, you have to just, like, be aloof and just kind of catch her off guard and, just act casual. And so he's just kind of like looking at, like, what was it, barley in the, in the grocery store aisle. But it's like nowhere near his apartment. So she's like, you're either seeing someone behind my back, which makes you the biggest jerk in the planet, or you're pretending you're seeing someone, which makes you so pathetic. It makes me want to cry right here in the cereal aisle. So which one of these two guys are you?
There's no good answer there. And I think we find out that he just throws the barley at her and runs away. Like, we don't see that, but that's what he says he does. Chandler. Or Chandler. Okay, so do you remember in our last episode, I wanted to highlight this like little mini slow-mo scene with Rachel.
Oh.
And it's like, this seems so out of place.
Yeah.
Okay. The tea party with Ross and Monica at the very end, where Ross is being B and he's singing the song.
I do like that.
And Monica, the little girl that's assumed to be Monica, comes in and starts cleaning the table.
I am
like
B.
This is the only time that they like recast and go and show them as a younger age.
Yeah.
And it's out of place.
I mean, there's home videos, but it's still the same cast, right?
But it's them.
Yeah.
But it's them. Okay. Did you ever see, you ever watch Psych?
Oh, yeah. A long time ago.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I love the show. Great show. For a long time, during the very beginning of Psych, there would always be two boys.
Oh,
who would come out and be like young Sean and young Gus, right? And they would basically do a scene from their past, and that would connect to the episode.
Yes.
And they recast those kids over time.
Yeah.
They were different people, and some of them have actually done some like significant things since then. Anyway, this just seems so out of place for Friends.
Yeah.
I watch it and I go, I don't care about, it doesn't make me laugh. It's not anything I'm interested in. I don't need to see this. Now, maybe if they did this more, I'd be a little bit more interested. But I don't know. It's a toss away.
Well, I just love this because it drove home the point from earlier where it's like, Ross, listen, he just wanted to play with dolls too and have tea parties. Like, relax, Ross. Like, oh my goodness. Like, listen, embrace your son's love for Barbie. Like, it is totally natural. Like, he's just having a good time. You need to calm down. And I am B. I drink tea. Won't you? And when Monica's trying to remember the lyrics or his words, won't you? And he's in the bathroom, won't you come and dance with me? Or won't you dance around with me? That's what it is. Yeah. It's like,
and I actually, in that moment, when it's all them, when it's all the adults.
Yes.
I actually laugh more seeing Carol and Susan.
Oh. They're like I love that you gave me this,
This is the
Monica.
moment that they've been waiting for.
Thank you.
They've been waiting for this moment so long. Yeah, for sure. Great. Okay, so now we have our IMDb rankings, where we talk about whether or not we think these episodes are ranked higher or lower than some of the ones that we've seen before, or which one is our favorite of the bunch and least favorite of the bunch. I will remind you that the Friends episodes is an 8.9 overall, so keep that in mind. And the one with the prom video is the only one we've seen even over 9 so far, is a 9.3. The one with fake Monica, 7.6, holding on strong. I don't know if we will find an episode that beats that. It might be the low.
Honestly.
But how about these four? Are any of these four above or below those?
I think it's very close. Like, it's possible. In my mind, it's possible that we have. I don't think we beat it, but I think that it's close to being to the top.
Way.
No
way.
Yeah.
Do any of these beat a 9.3? The prom video one is icon. Now, I know. Okay.
I think we picked the same one.
There's one episode that stands out. We know what we're talking about. Go ahead. Which one is it?
It's the one where they're trying to get ready.
Yes, the one where no one is ready.
Where no one is ready. Sorry.
The one where no one is ready is absolutely the best episode in this. It is an iconic Friends episode. Yeah. Is it better than a 9.3?
Yeah, no.
I would be shocked.
Yeah.
9.3 is lobsters, and it's Ross and Rachel like getting together officially, and the prom video. Oh, like that would be stunning.
I could see
do I
it
think
getting
it could be a 9?
Yeah.
Could it get into the 9s? Yeah, I think it could.
I think it could be a solid 9 or a 9.1. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it could touch low 9s here. Okay, so then we're in agreement on that. What's your next favorite episode? Because I think the rest of them are all kind of a mixed bag at this point.
Yeah, it was actually a little bit tough for me to pick. Like, I really enjoyed all of these, and even this one. So I did too. I picked. Oh shoot, I didn't write down the title of these. It was the fourth one.
The one with the metaphorical tunnel. That's what the fourth one was called.
Oh, that's what it was called. Really need to write down these titles. That's the one with the
Didn't you listen to my synopsis at all when I read it?
Sorry. But I just feel like even though I love like the line that I read off from Janice, because you guys all know at this point that I love Janice, and I mean that part, and even really the segment with like Chandler getting help from Monica and Rachel, that's all so great. But out of these four, to me, that was the weakest. Honestly, it was probably the whole segment, which we didn't really even touch on, where like Phoebe was like Joey's kind of like agent for a little while, and
oh yeah, we never even really talked about that.
No, because it kind of lifted right out, and then just the whole like Barbie with Ben thing. It was kind of like I know we talked about it for a while, but it's kind of like felt insignificant. So.
This was not a great run for Phoebe. Let's be honest here. Phoebe's best moments were in the Princess Leia moment, and we didn't even talk about that too much with all the other stuff we were talking about. But for what it's worth, the one with the metaphorical tunnel, I would rename that like the one with the barley, or like the one with the good ice cream.
That is a really weird title. Yeah.
Some of the titles really get me. Okay, so this for me, the number 2 episode.
2 was your least favorite?
I think. No. My second favorite.
No. Just favorite? Do your least.
Okay, my least favorite. I guess I'm gonna say it's. Gosh. I'm going to change my own mind here 3 times, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say it's the one with the jam. And I actually really like the one with the jam, but I really dislike the David Arquette story part of that. And neither of the other episodes bother me as much as that part does. So I think the Princess Leia one would be second, and the metaphorical tunnel would be third, and then the one with the jam would be fourth. But I don't hate your decisions either. I think all of them that are not the one where they stay in, the one where no one is ready. If it's not that one, I think they're going to be close.
Yeah.
All right. The results are in. Not as close as I thought, but the one where no one is ready is easily the best of the bunch. And it is an 8.9.
Oh, it didn't break into the 9.
Real close. Go vote for it. Go vote for 9s and 10s and push it up to a 9. Go vote for that one. The second best episode, the one with the Princess Leia fantasy, is an 8.3. The one with the jam and the one with the metaphorical tunnel will tie at a 7.8.
Oh, wow. Those are
closer to the bottom.
Those are actually not even that much higher than the one with the fake Monica then. That's kind of, wow.
No, 7.6 is the bottom right now. 7.8 is getting awfully close. So I don't think they're particularly fantastic episodes. Yeah. I will say though, the thing about fake Monica is, and I know we've said it before, Monica's so out of character. Mm-hmm. I need one of the characters to be acting like they're not even themselves anymore, I think, for it to be that bad for me. Or there has to be no redeeming story. Like if you gave me the G.I. Joe and like the Phoebe's stalker and some other random like piece of an episode, like it just that could combine to be pretty rough, but it's not that way.
Well, listen,
so we move on.
As long as Joey's hair gets better, you know.
Holy smokes. Really? So thank you so much for listening to the We Run on Reruns podcast. If you could, please give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate all the support we're seeing there. And again, if you could just share this or like it or comment on any of these, we would really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for checking in with us weekly. And you can check out our website at werunonreruns.com. For Amanda, this is Eric. Enjoy watching episodes 5 through 8 this week. Happy rerunning, everybody.
See you later, guys.